we are reacting to an internet historian video. This is the first one I've ever reacted to on YouTube, but this is not my first time watching internet historian. I watched a lot of his older videos, but I haven't watched him in a really long time. So might as well be my first, honestly, ever. But I know how his stuff goes. I like the old man that he uses, his stock photos. This one is the Fall of 76, which I'm pretty sure is like a Fallout game reference. I've never played Fallout. I've watched one Fallout video and it was about the roaches. Was it a Reggie video or there were roaches? I have watched that, so that was pretty good. I did really enjoy that. But I'm excited to see, I guess, more Fallout information. Let's watch the video! Bethesda ruins.
If you found this tape, it means that everyone is dead. Or working at a different office. How did this happen? Well, I'll tell you. Buckle up, buckaroos. Today's lesson is the misfired launch of Fallout 76. June 2000.
Bethesda went out of...
It began...
I'm so out of the loop. Bethesda is not done anymore? Bethesda's dead? Bethesda died? Or are they still alive? No? They're still alive? So wait, did they just fucked up the game then? I guess we'll see, I need to stop asking questions, I just need to watch the video.
Began with everyone getting just a little hyped up.
Have we waited long enough, guys?
Oh god, yes we have, Todd.
I think we have.
Fallout 76, Bethesda's biggest game yet. My god, it was exciting. And they promised we'd know more at E3. E3 hype time. The press conference. 16 times the detail.
16 times the detail. All new rendering, lighting, and landscape technology.
4 times the
Look at all these
size.
nerds.
4 times the size of Fallout 4. And it's our biggest one yet.
My god, it was exciting. November 14th, 2018. The game goes live.
This game's
with a
old.
day 1 patch of 50 gigabytes.
For fuck's sake. I'll see you tomorrow.
But once that's downloaded, people start logging into the hellscape that is Fallout 76. And oh dear lord, they never fix the bugs. And there are so many of them. Goodbye world, goodbye necks, goodbye body, goodbye heads, bugs everywhere. Server crashes, game crashes, old bugs imported from Fallout 4. Use more than one nuke at a time, server's dead. Textures far too
So, okay, I have questions and I need answers. So Fallout is multiplayer then? What does he mean one more nuke than at a time? This one, yeah. 76 was multiplayer? Is multiplayer. Okay. So only one person can use a nuke at a time, or it's dead. From what I've heard about Fallout 76, the only working thing in the game is the real money store. Of course it is.
texturous and all-consuming void, errorlog 307. Can't pick up stuff, can't stop asserting dominance with a T-pose,
I love
frame rate
that.
problems, screen tear problems, getting too swole, getting underneath the map, getting attacked by invisible enemies, spawning too many enemies.
It kind of speaks for itself.
Spawning too many god rays. Also, your camp resets after every session, and sometimes it goes underwater. Holotapes randomly play static, but too many holotapes mean none of them will play. Enemy AI is far more A than I. Animations are broken. Surprise! Floating objects and a traveling merchant. Just to name a few.
Oh no.
Joseph Anderson has a great video that documents just the ones that he found personally. That video is 3 hours long. But it gets worse. Error CE348780 can corrupt your data and force you to reinstall the game and console operating system. A few PC players had their computers brick entirely. Also, when the date
When something bricks your computer, it means your computer doesn't work ever, right? It means your computer is literally dead. Games can do this? You have to send it to get fixed. It is good as a brick is the idea. Oh my god. So this could literally just kill your computer if you played it? And that actually happened to people? You have to restore it or reinstall OS. There was a game called New World that literally destroyed people's SSDs. Oh, I think that would really upset me. It's a hardware failure if they mess with kernel drivers. I don't even know what that means. Fortunately, I bought it after the bricking issues. So they fixed it. They fixed it. It doesn't do this anymore. It never does this anymore. Well, yeah, they had to fix it. What if they were like, oh, sorry, it happens so rarely and we're not sure how to fix it, so you guys have to deal with it. That's scary. That's scary.
rolled over to the 1st of January 2019, the nukes in the game stopped working altogether. No one thought it prudent to program in other years in an always online game. And a few players were straight up logging into other people's accounts. This guy had a level 78 character that was randomly replaced with a level 8 character. Bethesda said they couldn't do anything about it.
What?
And many players are not thrilled with this game, and they want Bethesda to know that. And they want everyone else to know that too. But Bethesda owns the platform. Is Fallout 76 fun?
Yes, it is. Banned for racism. Thread locked.
They had no direct outlet for their rage. The only solution was to put a torch to everything else. Reddit, Twitter, Bethesda's other games on Steam. The backlash was immense. But surely level heads would prevail. The reviewers would come out and say that the game isn't so bad. Oh dear lord, they hated it. This is so sad. Despacito, play Country Roads.
I still can't believe it broke people's computers.
Almost heaven, West Virginia.
What the fuck?
Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River.
And the YouTube community had this to say.
It's really fucking boring.
Could barely bring myself to play it in order to finish this review.
No one on staff.
See, everything that I've ever seen of this game, I thought people really liked it. I thought people really liked this. I guess I was living in a lie. I thought people enjoyed this game. I am shocked. The hardcore fans really love it. Most other people did not. No. That's crazy. It was ass for years. Is it still ass? Are people playing this game right now on Twitch? Do people like it?
Staff wants to play any more of this video game. I'm not going to subject myself to another 20, 30 hours of this
Oh,
fucking
it's that
mess.
bad?
In short, Fallout 76 is morally, technically, and creatively bankrupt.
The mods on Bethesda forums were working overtime. The mods on Reddit almost gave up. Look, I'm not saying that some people
Oh, I see my
didn't enjoy and have fun with this game. But what I am saying is that the Metacritic was really funny to read. So what happened? Well, it came out that development was hugely rushed. The deadlines were tight.
Whoa.
Too tight.
Yeah, super tight.
Plus, this wasn't Bethesda's A-team. It's actually a relatively inexperienced division based in Austin, and the scope of the game kept getting bigger.
We're gonna need distant weather systems.
Hey Todd, I stayed up all night and I just
We're
finished.
gonna need 16 times the detail.
Please. Todd, no more.
We're gonna need 4 times the size. of Fallout 4.
That, and they were trying to patchwork the old Bethesda creation engine into a multiplayer framework. What else could you expect?
That's why I give my kids
Fallout 76.
a fool.
Now, Bethesda could tolerate the bugs and the bad reviews and the irate players, but what they couldn't tolerate were the exploits. Infinite inventory, infinite invisibility. The frame rate was tied to the game speed, so people were going a lot faster than they should. Server hopping for more items, infinite cache and infinite duplication, unlimited XP, unlimited nuking. The nuclear codes were unencrypted and you could wall clip into the quest room. And someone was given the curse of infinite invincibility. Naturally, this can really mess with other players' online experience. So Bethesda was ready, with the ban hammer and a blindfold to wildly flail around and take down anyone who happened by. But Bethesda wasn't satisfied with just banning people. No, they're a progressive company with big ideas. They wanted to give a road to redemption. So support sent out this email to players caught cheating. We would be willing to accept an essay on why the use of third-party cheat software is detrimental to an online gaming community. That's right. 500 words on why you're a very...
You can't do that today because today people would literally just chat GPT it. What is this, high school? Oh my god. Essaying. Yeah, is someone actually gonna read those? Is someone gonna read those? What?
naughty boy, and they may just give you your account back. But a couple of days later, the mocking from news outlets caused them to reconsider this approach.
Oh.
One more
I
exploit.
thought it was kind of funny.
In all Bethesda games, there's a dev room. Every item in the game is kept here. Security has to be top-notch, because otherwise, someone could just waltz in and take all of the best items in the game, and it would be an absolute disaster. Well, shit. Of course, Bethesda wasn't equipped to deal with the issue. People started flooding in, taking the best items in the game, then selling those items on a black market of sorts. At first, they tried the usual approach, banning people who had some of the best items in the game. You spent
ban him for having good gear
just to get the best gun? Die, cheater. Next, they put in a system where players would get tagged if they ever entered the room, and they banned those players. That wasn't much better, because people would just start using Smurf accounts. Get in quick with a level 1 account. Get all that good shit. Then get the fuck out. Then use a duplication glitch to get a ton more of those items. Then transfer that stuff to your main account, and you're good to go. Bethesda then takes out this level 1 and calls it mission accomplished. And you've just beaten the game.
Yeah.
So the problem continued. Bethesda is running out of ideas to solve it. There's a lot of speculation in the media.
Why don't you just get rid of the dev room?
How exactly people are getting in, but no one except for the exploiters knows for sure. That said, Bethesda needs to act fast before it ruins the economy of the game. So they wrote another email and sent it out to the Smurfs. Hello, cheater. Do you want to tell us how you did it, and we might unban you, please? Should we not hear back from you, the account will simply remain suspended. It's not known whether this approach works.
XD!
But from what I've seen, it's still possible to get into the dev room.
Why don't they just get rid of it? Why do they need it?
November 22nd, 2018. Just a week after the release.
You can't get rid of it? I think you need every item somewhere in the game as a backup is my guess. Oh. That's how the inventory works in the engine? That's so silly. That's so silly. Yeah, it's their engine. That's so stupid. That's so weird.
The game goes on discount. From $60 to $40 to $35 to $30. You can find it for $15 on eBay, and in Germany they're straight up giving it for free when you buy a PlayStation controller. Also, some stores are just zip tying it to other products. But to Bethesda, it's
please
worth selling
take
the
this
thing
fucking
at
game,
price close to
please.
0, because it brings people into the atomic shop, which is where the real margins are, and it inflates the poor sales figures. Let's have a look at those. The latest figures show 76 sold less than a sixth of what Fallout 4 did. Not good. There's also been a massive oversupply of hard copies. Although what's the point of a hard copy when the thing is just a cardboard disc telling you to redeem an online code? And while sales are low, returns are high. Immediately upon release, people began asking Bethesda for a refund. 76 is not on Steam, it's on Bethesda's own platform, so they have all the control. If players only played the game for a few hours, then generally they'd get their money back. However, it came out that people were sometimes getting refunds after a full 24 hours of play. Quite generous. But then word about this spread to forums. Then to Reddit, and a post got 12,500 upvotes informing people that this made pretty much everyone eligible for a refund, and the comments told them exactly how to do it. Bethesda was flooded with requests for refunds.
Oh no.
And their response? Shut it down, lads. No one gets a refund now. Everyone go home. Show's over. Robot customers.
Why does everyone have to ruin it for everybody else? Why does everyone have to ruin it for everyone else? Why couldn't people just let it go? Why did you have to make public posts about this? That's so stupid. If you would have just like shut the fuck up and not been like, hey everybody, do you want $70 back? I can tell you how to do it. Let's just shut up. They may not have thought very far ahead. It's dumb. It's more about it was a bad game and most people wanted to get their money back. Oh, okay. They finished getting their refunds. They have nothing to lose. It was malicious by Bethesda. People were pissed. That, yeah, I mean, I guess if they put out like a really stinky game, I can understand how people want their money back. I remember you could steal other people's storage. That would be very upsetting. That would be incredibly upsetting. Is my forehead that big?
Customer service man, engage.
Customers who have downloaded the game are not eligible for a refund. We apologize for the inconvenience.
That's crazy.
A few things followed. First, people got mad. One hardcore gamer even trashed a GameStop for refusing his refund.
Thank you for calling GameStop. This is Brian. How can I help you?
The guy answering the
A bit of
phone.
an overreaction, but probably also fake. Second, the media.
Oh, see, they're
And
telling
third,
you how to do it too.
a class action lawsuit. Their inconsistent refund policy and terms of service may not be strictly legal. November 27th.
Yeah, they should just had a time thing. Like if you pay,
Glacier-
if they can prove that you played less than like I don't know 6 hours of it, sure you can have a refund. I don't know. Maybe there's a better number, but like, why don't they just do it that way? Bro is not paid enough to care. That's how it was. So people were playing that little of the game. That's crazy. 24 hours. That's a lot of time in a game, though. That's like a lot of time. Yeah, 24 hours is a lot. I think that they're generous with 24 hours. Yeah, Steam does do 2 hours, yeah. Not for a survival game like Fallout 76. Yeah, but I think it's enough time for you to know if you hate the fucking game or not, right? I think 5 hours is a little low, or 2 hours is a little low. I think 5 hours would be a good point, I think. Steam was very generous. Steam was very nice in the situation. I don't think it was hosted on Steam. I think it was hosted on the Bethesda's website or whatever. Launcher. Yeah, but I'm sure you really like that game, Peregrine, or else you would not have played that much of that game. If you didn't like this game, I don't think you would play that many hours of that game. Point is, this game isn't one of those that gets to the meat in a long time. Yeah, but I don't think that you need 24 hours to know if you like a game or not. I think that is excessive. That's their own fault, honestly. I think 5 to 6 hours. It embarrassingly took me 24 hours to realize that Starfield was kind of trash. That's crazy. That's crazy. Listen, I know if I like a game in the first 20 minutes. That's because if I can't find something to like about it in the first 20 minutes, my opinion will not change. So if you like it in the first 20 minutes, obviously you must have liked it enough to play it. Yeah. Survival games don't open up until you've gotten deep into the tech tree. I disagree. I think if you 24 hours of gameplay, Silver, that's a lot. Hi, Ruff. That's a lot. It's because these games are so huge. It hides how empty they actually are. Yeah. People try to make a game work, troubleshooting, waiting for updates, or leave it open while on Reddit. 24 hours is not that much. Yeah, I guess I'm not that kind of person. I know very instantly if I like a game or not. I know pretty much instantly if I like it or not. If you played it for 24 hours, you definitely got your money's worth. I don't think you should be able to ask for your money back after 24 hours. That's crazy. And that was their policy, which is incredibly generous. So if they thought 24 hours was enough, I kind of do agree with that. Actually. That's a long time. I get you, but with Bethesda games, people are used to test/troubleshooting. Even Skyrim was in a dog shit state when it came out. Yeah, I mean, I guess, but their policy was 24 hours, so I feel like that is fair. If you played it for 24 hours, I feel like that's fair that you should have to keep it. Yeah. Yeah. I think the 24 hours is very generous. If they refunded it within the 20, or if they refused to refund it within the 24 hours, I think that's fucked up. They should follow their own rules, for sure. Here, I thought you were short enough to do well at Limbo. Okay. Yeah, I think 24 hours for this game seems incredibly generous and very fair.
And Rathod LLP filed a class action suit on behalf of customers. Media quickly picked up on that. Their main argument is that it's a sometimes unplayable game owing to its technical problems. Then they're refusing refunds.
That makes sense.
And that Bethesda is engaged in a strategy to release it anyway, and then slowly patch their way into a more playable state. Updates on this lawsuit are slow, so I'll keep you informed.
It's still going?
Channel. Ad time. Look, there's a meteor headed straight to Earth.
I'm looking.
Oh my god.
Looking.
We must do something. Was anyone curious enough to read about it online? Not
Maybe.
me. Not me either. Nope. Oh no. Now people think I'm dumb and I have died a virgin. Don't let this happen to you. Get Curiosity Street. It's a streaming platform with some of the best documentaries and non-fiction from around the world. Partial nudity? Maybe if you look hard enough. But more importantly, the most arousing thing of all. Knowledge. Works for your Roku, Android, etc., etc. It works on everything, okay? Science, nature, history,
Blender.
Society. CuriosityStream.com/internethistorian for unlimited access to the world's free top documentaries and non-fiction series. Use the promo code InternetHistorian during the sign-up process to get the first 30 days free. Then cancel any time. Wink. Please, look, I need sponsors. I bought a lifetime supply of toilet paper thinking I was saving money, but then I left it out in the rain and the crows got it, and now I'm back to square one. Please. CuriosityStream.com/internethistorian.
Knowledge is sexy.
Let's rewind a little bit. Fallout fans made their pre-orders, and the most dedicated pre-ordered the Power Armor Edition. Wow. It came with a helmet, box, map.
Oh, that's cool. I remember seeing this.
And a genuine West Tech canvas bag. Fast forward to the release. And customers noticed that their precious bags, which are supposed to be made of the finest canvas in the land, look a bit different.
Bruh.
In fact, it looks like a carry bag the real bag should come in.
Bruh.
Did they really just advertise one thing and deliver another? You can't do that. So there was a surge of backlash, and people began emailing Bethesda, asking for refunds, asking for answers. By this point, customer service is absolutely over it. They are done with the facade, and they send this email in response.
Hello. We are sorry that you aren't happy with the bag. The bag shown in the media was a prototype and was too expensive to make. We aren't planning on doing anything about it.
Whoa. Was that a Was that a real message? We aren't planning on doing anything about it? Is this the real message? Holy fuck. Oh my god. They got fired, right? This is just one person going crazy, right? Oh my god.
That's the whole email. Staff at Bethesda aren't even hiding their contempt anymore.
Or this was approved.
Naturally, the internet goes wild.
Are you fucking kidding me? Wow. Wow.
Well, I got so mad, I shaved everything off my face.
Okay, guys, this is a bit of a PR nightmare. We have to quell the outrage. What do we do? Well, we've got this in-game currency. Let's just give them the minimum amount of that. Fantastic idea. Hear ye, hear ye. Anyone who paid $200 to $300 for the Power Armor Edition is hereby entitled to $5 worth of in-game currency that you'll be able to spend with us. 500 atoms? Fuck yeah! What are you gonna do with your atoms? I'm gonna buy 5/18 of the white paint version of the Power Armor. Whoa! What about you? Light wood laminate, light wood laminate, light wood laminate. Fuck the bag! He's right! Fuck the bag! Light wood laminate, light wood laminate, light wood laminate, light wood laminate, light wood... Of course, this was Bethesda's fantasy of what would happen. What really happened is further outrage, and even the media started piling on.
Almost heaven, West Virginia.
It even became part of that class action lawsuit from earlier. Bethesda put out a tweet apologizing for their curt customer service and gave a different excuse for why they didn't make the bags. A shortage of material, apparently. That was quickly debunked. Because it turns out they did make the canvas bag, except they gave them all out to influencers. Oh dear. It's not the same one, of course, but it's sourced from that ever-scarce material, canvas. But what's more amusing is that it turns out there is a canvas bag in the game. If you don the postman's outfit, which of course can be found at the Atom Shop, for 700 atoms. Ooh, just short. Well, the bleating from the online community continued, and Bethesda's lawyers realized there would be trouble, so they decided to capitulate.
Couldn't they have, like, I don't know, like, come up with, like, a special in-game outfit and been like, we're really sorry. Like, if they would have done, like, more stuff, or, like I can't even imagine how easy it would have been to, like, just make an extra outfit and only give it to the people who bought it as, like, a super cool outfit. Like, there would have been ways to, like, make them more liked. You know what I mean? No. Listen. It is totally fucked up that they did not give them what they promised them. That's uber fucked up. I'm not saying it's not. I'm saying they could have tried way harder to rectify the situation. You know what I mean? That would be actually doing something. They could have tried a little bit harder to try to make it better for people. I understand that it's fucked up that they did it in the first place, but the fact that they didn't even, like, really try to solve it. But that wouldn't really even require them spending money. They'd have to pay a 3D artist to make another new outfit. You know what I mean? For a bajillion, well, not a bajillion, for a couple people. That would mean caring about their customers. Yeah, I guess.
Alright, fine. We'll make you a precious fucking bag. If you want to claim it, you'll have to fill out this form with your name, personal details, address, etc., etc. And we'll ship out the bag to you in 4 to 6 months. But it doesn't quite end there. Because Bethesda is known for bugs, and of course their website is a buggy mess too. Turns out all of the customer support inquiries are unsecure and open to the public. In fact, people can open and close and change them at will.
What?
Listed are details of full legal names, phone numbers, home addresses, and more. If you've requested your canvas bag, you've just been doxxed. Whee! Not knowing how to immediately fix the problem, Bethesda panics and temporarily shuts down the whole website. And that is the tale of the duffel kerfuffle.
Did they eventually
How
get
could this
it?
have been so difficult? They made one for New Vegas. One last piece of merch, a rum drink, Nuka Dark. Pre-orders available in September.
being funny or are you guys being serious? Have they still not gotten their bags yet? Yes or no? If you guys are being... They still didn't give out the bags? That is so fucked up. What is wrong with these people? That's so fucked up. Oh my god.
Shipped out on November 14th, $80 plus postage and handling. Not cheap, but in return you got a very cool bootle. Looks good on the shelf. A great conversation piece with the family over Thanksgiving. Or at least it would have been. November 14th came and went, and there was no rum.
Oh god.
Okay. A week later on November 21st, an email comes through. There's a delay. Things aren't up to the usual Fallout standard, they say.
Oh no! Oh no!
This just works. Things aren't up to the usual Fallout standard. So we'll have it for you soon. No specific date given.
1 week later.
Nothing. Then on December 5th, another email. Good news. We start shipping on December 12th. It's been nearly 3 months since you pre-ordered, but as a show of good faith, we made this promotional video.
Okay, you know what? It's fine.
And
as long
this
as
is
it's
where
getting
things
done.
went from tardy to retardy. Right there. Did you catch that? That's just a regular industry bottle and a plastic shell. We paid $80 and waited a quarter of a year for a plastic shell? People were not happy. Look at that ratio. Nothing in the marketing said that it was a plastic shell. Super premium, we were promised. And the media agreed.
I mean, the promotional pictures do kind of look like plastic, but...
People began cancelling their orders. Silver Screen tries to convince people that it's not cheap and shitty. It actually cost us twice as much to make the plastic one than the glass one. Then what the fuck? We spent 100 hours coding the design. Convincing stuff. So it arrives, just a few days.
Pico could make this shit in Blender in 2 minutes. What do you mean? What do you mean? What? What? Oh my god. Bethesda really said, ah yes, my scam technique I haven't used. What the fuck, Hydegrim? What the actual fuck? Almost any entry-level artist could do it. Yeah, it didn't even look that complicated. What? 100 hours? What, did they make it by hand? What? Yeah, but don't they already, like, technically have it in the game? That's crazy. That's really crazy. I feel bad for these people.
Before Christmas. The rum is about the quality you'd expect.
Can I swear on this? It's my own show.
Worse is the design. The
Yeah, it looks like
means
plastic.
liquid can pour inside the shell.
Hard to pour because how they made this damn thing. Spilled like half the shot.
Very dribbly.
So you're best off opening the whole thing up to prevent spilling. If you do that, there's a good chance that you'll snap the flimsy plastic. Any liquid will immediately ruin this cheap paper sticker. Some made their own at home and the quality was about par. But look, if you do want a decent version of this product, there are reputable sellers of them. They're on Etsy. They're far cheaper, and they actually give a shit. Not gonna lie though, some of the memes that came out of this were pretty good. Now, many claim that this was an honest mistake. Sorry. Or that customers were at fault for misinterpreting ambiguous marketing. I disagree. All of the marketing shows other glass items. All of the mock-ups show something more akin to frosted glass than plastic. They give plenty of descriptions of the product too, and not once do they mention plastic. And they were engaged in a bunch of other tomfuckery as well. Before the product was even available, they flooded their own...
I don't know if it looks like plastic to me, honestly. It doesn't look like frosted glass to me, it doesn't look like plastic to me. But the way that pours is completely unacceptable. The way that bottle pours is completely unacceptable. That in and of itself is actually insane. The plastic, whatever. The way that it pours, what the f? I think, anyways. I think it looks like plastic. So I disagree on people being mad that it's plastic, whatevs. Why couldn't they get a plastic sticker, though? Why is it a paper sticker, first of all? Second of all, the way that pours in those videos is completely unacceptable. Completely unacceptable. They stuck cheap rum in there. I have to taste test it. I don't know if it's good or not.
Own product reviews with a bunch of 5-star.
I mean, at least when they get it, they have alcohol so they can forget that they bought it. I think that's the silver lining.
Stars. This raised some eyebrows, and people on Reddit even called them out for it, so they deleted them. You can see all this activity on the Wayback Machine.
That's crazy.
Now, if they're happy to deceive people in this way, it seems silly to give them the benefit of the doubt about the glass. It's also worth quickly talking about the
I
Bethesda
mean, you might be
merch
right.
store. Some of these items are pretty neat. That's cool. Good idea. I'd have that. Fallout 76 pant. Singular. But why is he so mad? The photography is all just slightly off. This gaudy jacket was mocked relentlessly on social media. But does the 76 and $276 really make it more immersive? And why did they just toss it on the ground? And it comes in this crumpled up toddler body bag. You're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars in merch. You don't have an eye on. Why is she wearing the size XXL? She's clearly not happy about it. But who looked at this and said, "Good job, print"?
I don't like the...
Now that's surprising. And what the fuck? They made the bottle properly. Yeah, one of those, please, but bigger and brown. Is that so hard? Let's get back to the game. December 2018. There are 2 new patches released that caused quite a stir. First, the good. For PC, they included a number of quality of life improvements, including push to talk. But it also brought in field of view sliders.
Oh.
Hooray! Increased stash capacity from 400 pounds to 600 pounds, and a small buff to automatic weapons. Hooray!
Yay!
They decreased the carry weight of bobby pins so it no longer took up 10 to 20% of people's inventory.
Yay!
I got a box of bobby pins the other week that said weigh these.
There were also upgrades to the camp that allowed for easier construction, and a bunch of bug fixes. Hooray!
Yay!
The bad.
Oh. Oh.
A whole bunch of unannounced stealth nerfs. They generally made the game grindier. Ammo production was decreased. Fusion cores burnt out faster. Legendary enemies spawned less frequently.
On guard, I'll fuck you up.
And the backlash was significant.
Why?
Because everybody knew why Bethesda was doing it. To encourage people to use the Atomic Shop.
Oh.
And let's talk briefly about that store. Some of the prices are outrageous. A Christmas tree for $12, a Santa outfit for $20, blue and yellow paint for $18. Oh look, $3 for the same sweater vest and slacks.
I've always thought that this kind of like pricing is very, very, very silly. Wouldn't it be better if you put out way more stuff for way cheaper? People love to change their outfits like constantly, all the time. They love to do that. What if they just put out more stuff way cheaper and they just like flood it with like a million different outfit options? You know what I mean? COD prices for their outfit stuff is actually crazy. $18 for f***ing blue. That requires work. I mean, yeah, but you'd have like happy customers. People would be buying more stuff technically, even if it's cheaper, they'd be buying more of it because it's cheaper. They'd have all these extra outfits. It would force them to create outfits. But that part's fun, isn't it? Like, that part, I thought that part is fun. Like, creating the outfits is part of the fun, I thought. Maybe I'm wrong. You're giving AAA game devs too much credit. I see. I understand.
Item imported from Fallout 4. But the biggest offense of all was the holiday emote bundle. $24 for some Christmas-themed emotes. Twice the price of these games.
Wow.
The media agreed that these were egregious prices. But worse, they're engaged in some deceiving marketing practices too. Oh look, it's marked down half price. But it's not. It was released half price. They're artificially jacking up the price, only to then give it a fake limited time discount in order to create a sense of urgency. That's illegal, here in Australia at least, in Canada and in the EU. Reddit quickly picked up on this and pointed it out. Bethesda reacted by scrapping the discount and just setting it as the always intended price. Okay, it's been about 25 minutes of whining now, so I'm just gonna leave it here. I didn't even get a chance to touch on the new pay-to-win fiasco. The new camera item that lets you teleport, dwindling player numbers. But on the flip side, they're also adding new content and improving the game over time. Heck, No Man's Sky was a surprising comeback. So, maybe Bethesda can do it too. But for now, Todd returns to cryostasis, hiding in his bunker until the bombs of outrage stop falling, and returning only when it's time to get our hopes up once again.
How kind of him. 76 is fairly fine for now.
CuriosityStream.com/internet.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
Not many people know this, but I'm actually quite a good rap artist.
Okay.
Rappist, if you will.
Oh.
So I'm going to say all these names for you from the credits as fast as I possibly can, in time with the scrolling. Here we go, one take. Just Miles Millican, Justin Rowland, with Steve Rizzo, Drudders, Indigo Zero, Luke Hackle, Astatine 210, Jordan Prince, Dr. Tex, Papa Spicy Peter, Tef, Edgy Kid X, Bryce Toiler Ham, Nate Odenkirk, but Sonya Waffles, Krabby. If you want to get read by the rapist, then why don't you head over to...
Stop saying that! Stop saying rapist, please. Please stop. Wait, this was a really good video. I love Internet Historian. Internet Historian's always really funny. I remember like back when his channel was like a baby channel. He's always made really good videos. Always. 10 out of 10. Loved the video. I don't know anything about Fallout 76, but now I know too much. I'm disturbed. I can't believe that they put that garbage out into the world. I am shocked. I'm upset. I can't believe this. I always love Internet Historian. Real talent from that man. Hard agree. He's very funny.